Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about set to go. Cars are being released back out on the circuit for a second attempt at the EFS 4x4 Accessories XL Cup. So Darren Whittington will take up pole position once more. So we've had an unfortunate three-car accident that's happened up at turn 6 with Josh Dremel, Mike Smith and Madison Wooler were the three cars involved. So the three of them are out of this race. We might be missing a couple of other cars. We had an incident at the first attempt to start this race, and Josh Dremel, Mike Smith and Madison Wooler were the three cars involved. None of those three cars will be taking the restart. But otherwise, we're all formed up now. Well, almost all formed up. Darren Whittington will start on pole position. Chris Board alongside. And then we have Josh Richards and Connor Roberts on the second row of the grid. Now the grid has been shuffled up slightly. We've got Trey Machota, and joining Trey Machota on the third row of the grid is Corey Willis. It looks as though Mitchell Wooler is not taking the restart either. Natoli and Bartholomew are the next two cars. Hughes and Simpson are next behind them, then Parrish and the 116 car of Kobe Holland. So set for a restart. Whittington, the very bright yellow B-Pro car, alongside him the white and red car of Chris Board, then the white and green car of Josh Richards and the orange car of Connor Roberts. That's the first two rows of the grid underway. Fairly even start by the front row of the grid. Roberts has been making excellent starts all weekend, well, all day today, and he's smartly up into third position, just watching the rest of the field. No one appears to be leaning on each other excessively. Looks like everyone's getting through turns 1 and 2. Fine. Whittington leads. Board, Roberts. That's your top three. Bartholomew has made a sensational start, and he's up into 5th place. He's battling for 5th, I should say. Diving in underneath there at turn 3. Whittington away. Board has gone with him. Roberts is holding down the 3rd place. Natoli has started brilliantly. Looks like the Aussie Auto car is up into 4th place. Bartholomew 5th. Then Willis, McLeod, Parrish has made a sensational start. Looks like a couple of cars. I can't see where Richards has gone. Richards has been tumbled downfield by the looks of things, and Trey Machota as well has been left behind a little bit at the start. They're down towards the base of the top 10. But Whittington and Board is right on Whittington's tail. Now, in each of the first two starts we've had this weekend, Whittington has been clear already. This time, Whittington has not gotten away. And Board is right there. Roberts is next. Natoli's under attack here from Bartholomew for 4th place. Bartholomew's having a big look on the inside of Natoli, but he wasn't close enough. He's going to have another go into turn 2. Again, not quite close enough, and Natoli will lead Bartholomew onto the back straight. There's a big gap developing between 3rd and 4th place. The top 3 are away. Corey Willis is climbing up onto Bartholomew's tail here. They're going to go 3 wide for 4th place into turn 3. Bartholomew's gone the big dive. We see Whittington, Board, Roberts, and this huge pack of cars piling, well, I don't want to say piling up, but certainly they're gathering together around 4th place. Bartholomew holds 4th. Natoli's back into 5th. Willis is being attacked here by McLeod, and McLeod's going through, and we've got Josh Richards there in the Scots Roads cars following Mick McLeod down into turn 4 under brakes. So we see here that the big loser out of all of this has been Corey Willis. He's been dumped around 4 positions backwards. He's fallen back into the clutches of Brett Parrish as well. See the familiar black and red colours of Parrish, the Sammy's plumbing car. But onto the straight here, Whittington leads Board and Roberts. The top 3 close together. Then we've got that big gap back to 4th place. Bartholomew leads them across the line ahead of Natoli in this fight for 4th. We see the top 3 are clear. Roberts is perhaps just falling away from the top 2. Looking down towards the tail of the field, there's Ryan Casher, I think, is still running down at the tail of the field. So it looks as though no, actually Casher is away further up the field. So in fact, Casher's up into 18th after starting this race rear of grid. So fantastic work there by Casher. Natoli is retaking 4th place, side by side there with Bartholomew. Bartholomew is the black car, the grey car is McLeod, the white car with the black flanks, that's Dan Natoli. This is this fight over 4th place. And the red car with the black roofline, that's Brett Parrish, 4-time XL Cup champion. So there's no one more experienced at racing these cars than Parrish. And we see already Parrish has gotten past McLeod. He's now attacking Natoli on the outside. Bartholomew's back into 4th place again. Come firing out of turn 4. Into turn 5 for the run up the hanger straight. So called because the straight points towards RAAF Amberley. Hughes further back there. Jared Hughes was lining up a big brake move down the inside. I'm not sure if anything's going to come of that. But certainly it looks like things are bunching up in this battle for 4th place. Bartholomew is not getting away, and Parrish has worked his way up into 5th position. He's on the inside line of Natoli down into turn 1. That should be enough, and Parrish is into 5th. This huge gaggle of cars screaming through turn 1 into turn 2. Cars wide spinner at turn 1. Coming back onto the circuit now. But an all-white car that I could immediately pick up has just tumbled down the order. Sideways through turn 1, completely sideways. Race leaders coming through turn 3. They're still in the same order. Roberts has definitely fallen off the pace of Whittington and Board. Here's that battle for 4th. Bartholomew in the black car. Parrish up the inside there in the red car. Natoli in their wake. Big run down on the Lake Straight. And Parrish is working his way ahead of Bartholomew, but not by enough. Couldn't get far enough ahead of Bartholomew to move across. And Bartholomew retakes 4th place under brakes into turn 4. These two are old hands at this category. The number of races that Bartholomew and Parrish, if we take those two separately to everybody else in the field, there's those two on their own. Well, those two together, I should say, have won more races than everyone else in the field put together, I would strongly suspect, in XL Cup racing. Huge pack of cars coming down the straight. Now, Board's going at it for the lead. Board's right up the inside of Whittington into turn 2. He got a fantastic run through turn 1, translated into extra speed going through turn 2, but they got to the back straight, and Whittington got the better exit out of turn 2, and Board's had to give way slightly, but Board's coming back under brakes into turn 3. He's gone deep under brakes. He's forcing Whittington wide. They're both far enough ahead of Roberts that he won't be able to sneak up on the inside. So he pushes into the lead, but Whittington got better exit out of turn 3, and Whittington reclaims the lead from Board. I think Board just went a little bit too deep under brakes, overcommitted. Whittington was wise to the possibility and left him enough space. Got the run out of 3, and they've gotten down to turn 4, and Whittington still leads board. This has allowed Roberts to close in. So the frenetic scrap going on for the race lead now after 2 starts. The first race and then the first start of this race, where Whittington has cleared out. Anything but happening in this race. Here's our 3 leaders across the stripe. Roberts is much closer now. Whittington board. Roberts, that's your top 3. The gap back to 4th place is now in the region of 10 seconds. As good as Parrish and Bartholomew as race drivers. And there we go, checkered flag. Oh goodness, Whittington's got the win from board. Roberts, Parrish, 4th place. Bartholomew 5th, Natoli 6th. Hughes and O'Sullivan, Willis, McLeod, that's the top 10. This huge group of cars that have scrapped over 4th, and Whittington has taken 2 wins from 2 starts. Fantastic work there by Darren Whittington. Under real pressure from Chris Board to win that one. So Whittington got the win from Board. Roberts, Parrish, Bartholomew, Natoli, Hughes. O'Sullivan's climbed into 8th position. Corey Willis was shuffled back to 9th. McLeod's more or less stayed where he was and ended up in 10th place. James Simpson is home for 11th. Riley Beggs, who's been working his way through the fields, is 12th. Ryan Casher has come from rear to 13th. Watch out for Ryan come race 3. Ivan Painter's finished 14th. Josh Richards has tumbled down the order and finished in 15th, just ahead of Frank Mamarella. Then Chris Pappas, Harrison Bates, Andrew Hamilton. Then we've got McLaren and Harron. McLaren and Harron, that sounds a bit like a Glenn Robbins comedy sketch, but anyway. Rhoda, Trappett, Stock, Sharma, King, Van Roon, Wilkins, Mahoney, Martin, and 30 cars have made the finish. We've had a bunch of cars that have not made this finish. Kobe Holland has struck strife, didn't finish the last lap. We've lost Trey Machota as well. Gordon Smith is out, Burse is out. So it looks as though we might not have gotten as many cars to the finish as we might have liked. But that was the finally completed race 2 for the EFS 4x4 Accessories XL Cup. And once again, very nice work from Darren Whittington to take his 2nd race win of the day. Although this time Chris Board pushed him all the way to the flag, and that has been Chris Board's best ever race in XL Cup. He's been promising to do that sort of thing pretty much for a while now. So we'll drop off air and we'll be back when the production cars are ready to go.